Hey guys, welcome to SuperZapGaming. My name's Ross. Thank you for joining me for the next 10 and a bit minutes while I start my trek through Super Bomberman. It's a Super Nintendo version that I'm playing. I believe it was released on a number of other systems. I believe the Mega Drive, PC Engine. It was a Hudson Soft game, I think it was. So they supported the PC Engine quite a lot back in the day. It's one of the few consoles I don't own that I do wish I did own. Anyway, back to the gameplay. It's a long time since I played this game, so I'm playing on an emulator as well with a slightly dodgy joypad. I don't particularly enjoy playing with the keys and keyboard, I'm afraid, so I have persevered and gone and bought a joypad for my PC, and this is me playing Super Bomberman. There is a range of host of other games I'd like to play as well. Both Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, Nintendo, even Game Boy, if I can find a decent emulator that'll record. There's a few games on there. Some examples. I'd like to play the original Zelda game back from the first SNES. I've always wanted to play Super Mario Bros. 3 from start to finish, and also Super Mario Bros. 1 are also on my list. So hopefully I will get a chance to do those. I'm not sure there's much call for people wanting to sit through Super Mario Bros. 3, but hopefully some of the more unusual games that we can bring to your attention will excite you enough to want to watch them. I won't mention the gameplay too much. As you can see, it's a fairly simplistic rules, if you will, idea behind this. You place bombs, hopefully you time it sufficiently, not like that one, but you time it so that you kill your enemies. The exits are in random places on the maps, hidden usually in one of the blow-upable parts of the map. You don't know which one, so that adds a little bit of interest to it. You can't, even if you do find the exit early on in the map, which I did in the very first level there, you can't go in it until you've killed all the enemies. There are pickups, bonuses, whatever you want to call them. I've managed to pick one up so far that increases the range of my bombs. I think I can actually drop more than one bomb at a time at the moment. There are lots more useful bonuses, power-ups, whatever you want to call them, available. I do get a few more before the end of the video, so I'll go over them. Oh, I managed to kill myself there, right on the second level. I'll go over those when I get them. Bomberman is a game I played a lot on the Super Nintendo. So that little green square with the bomb inside, it means I can drop more than one bomb. I think at the moment I can drop 3 bombs, there we go. And there's the exit. So, yeah, there I go, down a pop. One of the reasons why I played this game a lot was because it was one of the few good games, shall we say, that supported 4 players on the Super Nintendo. So I did go out of my way to buy a Super Multi-Tap, and my friends and I, way back when, did used to play this a lot, and I can personally vouch for how this little pickup there with the foot kicking it, surprisingly enough, means I can kick bombs once I've placed them. A bit of a practice run there. It's very useful, because also hitting an enemy with the bomb before it explodes also damages them, which is something I'd forgotten all about, all the rules of this game, to be honest. So I was kind of remembering as I went along. There we go, kick that one down there. Yeah, 4-player on this is exceptionally good fun. It doesn't, the way the maps work on the multiplayer, they don't make you wait for the bonuses, they just dot them around. It's very fast, very frenetic, very enjoyable, very competitive, and we all had a good time doing it, basically. That's one of the reasons why I played this a lot. I can't remember, if I'm totally honest, whether I got to the end of this game. I'd like to think I did, because I don't personally think it's that difficult. It does get a bit like Pac-Man towards the end, that there's so many enemies that run so fast. You do need to be fairly quick on your feet to get away from them all. But having said that, I'm not sure what that lollipop thing there means. I picked it up, I think. I still can't remember what it actually means, though, to be honest. It does get quite tricky towards the end. It's not impossible by any stretch. It's not along the lines of Professor Layton, where, you know, it's such a ridiculously hard puzzle you can't work out what the answer is. The answer is always obvious. It's just being able to do something about it is always a tricky point. And obviously this doesn't come under our Super Zap indie category. It's obviously a retro game. I'm not sure if this has ever been re-released on the PS3 or Xbox 360. I could be wrong. I'm not too sure. Personally, I feel with the emulators and stuff you can get for the Super Nintendo, that's, you know, the Super Nintendo version was the pinnacle for my money. Well, that's about all I have to say about Super Bomberman. The theory, it's like all good games, the theory is fairly straightforward. The execution by Hudson Soft is excellent. The graphics are nice and bright. The music's nice and bubbly. And there is one thing I don't know what that. I think that's like a flak jacket thing there. That I don't think I actually get it in the end. I don't think I remember seeing it before, to be honest. Like I say, the graphics are nice and bright. The execution's very good. The music's nice and bubbly. Keeps you going. And like all simple games, you know, it's all about the execution. It's a simple idea done very well. Going on to other retro games, I think that skate just means I can go a bit faster, and obviously I managed to blow it up. These little bomb characters are quite tricky because they obviously can also blow you up, and they look like bombs, and they act like bombs, like that one there. But then I did get that one in the end. One thing I didn't realise until later, just finishing off on the old Bomberman theme, I didn't realise that if you blow something up and the flame hits your exit point once you've exposed it, found it, whatever you want to call it, it actually releases another enemy. And as you'll see towards the end, I actually get caught out on that one. I ran out of time before I managed to finish the level where I get stuck towards the end. But anyway, going on to my retro games collection, I have a Super Nintendo, an original Nintendo, an original Game Boy, which is a bit faded now. I have a Nintendo DS, I have a Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance, the colour one, but it's not the backlit one, unfortunately. So it's quite, that one I did play Zelda DX, that one was very difficult to record on. I didn't realise this little blue creature actually eats my bombs, so in the end I think I just leg it from him in the end, while I'm still invincible. Just in the nick of time. That's more by accident than anything else, I'll be honest. I also have an original Mega Drive, although I only actually bought that to play Altered Beast, which is a game I played a lot when I was younger. Never finished it, and then obviously when I started earning, I thought I'll take advantage of places like Cash Generator, second-hand shops that you get in the UK, and I picked up an original Mega Drive or Genesis if you're from the old United States of America. I think I paid £10 for it, and I picked up a copy of Altered Beast for, I think it was £1.50. Obviously it was quite cheap because it was given away free with European Mega Drive Genesises, whatever you want to call them. I'm not quite sure what that clock thing was. I presume it resets the time limit, which I'd forgotten all about as well. I think this level was the one where I get stuck in the end, but the slightly different shape of the bomb now means that I set them off when I want. It doesn't. I can still kick them, which you'll see, but rather than it being on a timer, I can set the bomb off whenever I want. So sometimes, there you go, got that little guy. It's very, very useful, and kicking them's useful, but this mine thing's very useful, where it turned into like a little C4 block or whatever you want to call it, and then boom. I don't know how much that tank there. So the games I would like to play through, I'd like to play through the original Zelda, if anyone has any interest in seeing that. I'd like to finish Altered Beast, although I may record that on the PlayStation 3 because I got that free on the PS3 from PlayStation Plus. Likewise for Golden Axe, which is another Sega classic that I would like to finish. Never got very far on that either, I'm afraid. So if anyone loves the older PS3 ones, any PS3 owners will know what games are free on the PlayStation Plus, or were free. There's Sonic 1 and 2. I am told reliably Sonic 2 is the better of the two games, pardon the pun there. Golden Axe Comics Zone, which I have to say I've never heard of. I'm quite willing to give it a punt if anyone wants to see that. I'd like to play Super Mario Bros. 3, although that might end up being a highlights video, I think. That's a very handy little one I've just picked up there, because I can now walk through the green blocks that were previously blocking my path. Although this level does start to come unstuck. At the moment, I'm just practicing setting off chain reactions and stuff. And I made a big mistake here by putting one there, right next to the exit. So I set that one off and I get a tank come out. And then stupidly, I didn't realise what I was doing. I thought it was because I was just messing about taking my time. I didn't realise every time I set one off, explosion hits the exit there, it was giving me another enemy. And I get myself in all sorts of trouble now. yeah, like I say, Super Mario Brothers 3, that is quite a long game. I suspect anyone who's interested in that sort of game has already played through it themselves, so I'm not quite sure there'll be that much interest in Super Mario Brothers 3, but I'd like to play it myself, so I think I would like to record it, post it, whatever, and I don't know how I missed that guy then, and put it on anyway, so the choice will be yours. I'd like to get hold of an Atari Lynx, if I'm honest, and record that as well. There was a few games on there I found exciting, but anyway, this video is about to come to an end, guys, so thank you for joining us on SuperZapGaming. I hope you can join us again soon, and I'll bring you some more of my adventures playing Bomberman, and hopefully I'll get past this level by the next time you see me. But anyway, this is Ross, thank you for listening, take care guys, and I'll catch you later.